Ready.
Alright, I'm gonna start doing the link bombing.
Hello.
Man, I keep seeing a bunch of VR games. It's like, this would be really fun to play if it wasn't like $500 to have VR.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
I would like to play Half-Life Alyx.
And also, if I
My
had
problem is less about the money and more the whole. Hey, in order to do VR properly, you need a huge amount of of
Yeah,
space
you need,
that
like-
can fit you.
Yeah, you need like a 6x6 area for somebody of relative normal height.
Yeah,
You have big arms.
yeah. Last time I played VR, I nearly punched out my friend's window.
Yeah, you probably need like. I mean, yeah, and 6x6 is like absolute minimum.
There was a VR cafe near me that I could try out. It was fun. I mainly did like VR painting, which was weird.
I want to play Blade. I don't know.
Something interesting happened. Just kind of bringing up the topic of Steam games. One time, my DM decided that he was going to award us a certain variety of items if we guessed how many hours he spent on a certain Steam game.
If any of you were Steam friends, couldn't you
And
have
that
just
is-
gone looked?
Of our laptops or anything like that, it was just us sitting there and him reading it off. Well, when I originally played Vivian, how she got the Gauntlets of Ogre Power.
Fair enough.
My friend got the Sunblade. It was nice. Because considering at that point I had just made myself a strength-based cleric. Which, let me tell you, that is a weird feeling to be a strength-based cleric.
It's not.
I played cleric with 20 strength. 20 wisdom.
I'm
I
used to
roll
playing clerics.
really well.
I'm used to playing the clerics that are like, yes, I have, like, but I'm really fucking wise.
Strong and wise.
Yeah. To be fair, that was my Fearbulk Forge cleric, and Forge cleric kind of requires you to have a decent strength at least, because you get a lot of bonuses for wearing heavy armor, which requires certain strength thresholds. Not terribly, it's 13 or 15, but
I love how we're still just a bunch of weaklings being adventurers. No strength amongst us.
Okay, link bomb is done.
The strongest among us is an NPC.
He's not even with you guys right now.
Yeah.
Hang on, I gotta double check something.
yeah, the strongest one of us is not with us.
No, that's right.
So we told him to watch the cart.
What's Brimstone's strength?
12.
Danny, you are the assigned stopper roller.
Have you started rolling yet?
Yes.
Stop.
I just found our strongest character in the party.
Brimstone?
Brimstone?
No.
Fenris.
Yep.
Yeah? He's a metal dog, that makes sense.
Fenris is stronger than Brimstone.
He's a metal dog, that makes sense.
No, now I'm just picturing like Fenris playing tug of war with Brimstone and just dragging Brimstone along.
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure Fenris, depending on what his strength is, could do that with like 3 of us. just Dervinche, Brimstone, and Failsy, or
Yeah.
Keta, Dervinche, and Failsy trying to play tug of war with Fenris, and all three of them are getting dragged.
I mean, wolves. Yeah, wolves are pretty strong proportionally, and they kind of have to be.
They're big puppies.
Yeah, as far as party members that are non-robot dogs. But yeah,
I'm just counting Fenris because he's currently with us and Lee isn't.
yeah.
Now I'm just picturing, like, at the end of this, we get another piece of Altea that somehow combines the watch, the piece, and Fenris all in one, and we end up with a mecha dog ally. Like a gun, basically turn Fenris into a Gundam or what was it? What was that?
Voltron?
Transformers.
Beast
Sharkticon?
Wars.
Beast Wars. Like, basically get a Beast Wars Transformer.
You say that there are regalias in this world.
Yeah,
Which are
that fact of this world that doesn't get touched on very often because you guys haven't been in a situation where they've been involved.
We've been in backwater towns and ports. We haven't actually hit an actual city that might have a forge. Or like a.
Isn't it also that only 2 people know that there are regalias?
Oh, you all are aware that there are regalias. That's not a hidden thing. It's
That was
only
the
that a
thing.
couple of you know that there are specific things revolving around those.
Or where they are.
Bailsy knows where one ancient regalia is. Don't know who else
Keta has
knows about
seen.
regalias.
Keta has seen Sublucius in regalia.
I forgot what that meant. I was like, what? Oh.
I'm sure Brimstone's
Lucidus
seen.
or regalia?
Hmm?
Did you forget it? What meant? Lucidus or regalia?
Regalia.
They're giant suits of mechanized armor.
Yeah,
Sure,
I,
Brimstone's
yeah,
fought
to lose
alongside-
this, Keta. What was that, Fezzik?
Brimstone's- I'm sure Brimstone's fought alongside regalias.
Don't
normal
know about
troops don't
that.
Fight really alongside regalia, because if a regalia is brought into combat, it means you're fighting a giant monster.
Yeah,
At that point, I do have a thing in this world. Normal sized troops can't damage monsters of a certain size category.
that makes sense. Or it's a
I'm
side
guessing
Slash
monsters are-
gargantuan.
I'm guessing those kind of monsters have basically damage thresholds. You need to do this amount of damage in a single hit in order to actually do anything.
It's less that, because that makes it more difficult to do the math for encounters, and more along the lines of you literally need to be a certain size for your hits to mean anything to something that big.
Yeah, it's more. It hits. It does something, but the something that it does is so inconsequential that it doesn't matter.
So anything beyond
Things
gargantuan.
will still affect them from normal sized creatures, like massive spells or poisons, if you have enough of it.
Yeah, but like just stabbing it in the fucking ankle, it's gonna be like, oh, that's a little annoying. Okay.
I guess so. Just straight up fight. Tiny does not beat gargantuan.
You cannot eat a tiny creature with a knife and kill a gargantuan creature unless there are very specific scenarios.
I'm going straight up your nose.
I mean, yeah,
That could work.
you're not gonna be able to sit there and hack at its ankles and eventually kill it. I mean,
It will
maybe.
stomp on you.
Yeah. And if somehow you find your way into its insides, you might be able to.
Provided its insides are weak enough for you to cut through.
Fireball from the inside.
Nah, you just gotta put an air bubble in the heart.
We'll
Don't
kill
think
most
we-
things.
Yeah.
No, it just goes straight to the nose and into the brain.
Fireball on the inside. Oh no! You gave it acid reflux.
I mean, it's good. It's a way to get out.
Go all
Either that or you just make
Kratos
it work.
on whichever creature that was that he had to go inside of.
Quite a few
I
of them.
think that was.
That's when we find
Kratos?
out that you have to start fighting like internal parasites of the creature because it's so damn huge. That has its own army inside it.
Fight Lavos.
So, goody, the Godzilla is now a dungeon.
There is actually a one-shot dungeon that you can get, which is that you go inside a Tarask and go and treat it as a dungeon.
Huh.
Some
I think I've either got it or that I've seen it. Let me double check.
I love red pandas.
I think I need to be told based on your tone alone.
So much one is question.
No. There's although I do have a one-shot adventure, which is you go into the literal brain of a thing and fight bad energy, bad thoughts.
Huh.
Vibe checking. You were vibe checking.
I mean, I have the one shot where you can fight a glowing green fire child, and if you do, you die because you nuke the surrounding area.
Well, more this is a ancient creature had been buried, but somehow a chasm opened up that led to its skull.
Oh, nice.
So this town built up around this chasm, where you got people who go into the brain specifically to pull out the bad thoughts and bad energies out of the brain to hopefully soothe the creature so that when it eventually does waken up, it doesn't destroy everything.
Yeah, the bad thoughts of "Get off of my skull."
Just the bad thoughts of please get the horny bard out of my brain.
But it's actually kind of interesting because all the encounters that it can have get worse by fighting them
I mean, yeah, it makes sense.
because it's all about violent thoughts and such.
I mean, yeah, I have violent thoughts if somebody was making a fucking settlement on my skull.
Well, it depends on what you consider that they built it on the skull.
That doesn't help.
How are you? Are you good nerds ready?
No.
Please, I need to stop killing me.
Oh, you were someone gonna stop.
Yes, we're
I
ready.
will ask that you stop while we're playing because I don't need her screaming while we're playing.
I mean, yeah. It abates for now.
He hit the pause button.
Yeah. Pause.
More like a snooze button.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty then. Well, if y'all are ready, go ahead and start introducing yourselves.
Hello, I am Andy. You already know who I play.
Hello, I am Howard Hunter.
Sup, I'm Danny.
I am fail trolls.
I am the Soja.
In Mythosia.
I don't know why the context of that sounded like it was like an AA meeting.
It's about all I can expect from you, Mythosia.
Yeah,
Listen.
yeah, that's fair.
Alrighty then. Oh. Hello everyone, I'm Ash, or Jim. Work! So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this thing. Last time on the Scattered Realms, Session 41. A band of intrepid adventurers, Cata the Sublucitus Bard, Javintia the Human Dancer, Morrigan the Hexblade Warlock, Ailsey the Sorcerer, Brimstone, he who was beaten up by a carpet. The party began their trek through the Kronos Labyrinth, a strange location formerly lost deep within the sands of the Flagora Desert, unearthed due to the efforts of world-famous explorer Velshal Welkin. In this location, the flow of time seemed and stretched for reasons not entirely yet known. Now the party must venture forth, hoping to clear the labyrinth before their time runs out. You all entering into the central area again.
Cool.
I am so smart. I am so smart. I know the code.
The code's already put in. You just have to. Yeah, that's right. Because Velshal had already opened this door for you all with natural 20 last game.
Yeah, so we see the 15 feet of hallway in front of us and that it turns left and right.
Yes.
That is.
So how would you all like to proceed?
Cautiously.
Well, let's just keep going.
About the only thing we can do.
Yeah, left or right.
Flip a coin.
How much further do the hallways go in their respective direction?
Right. So the hallway pointing to the north, from where it's currently set on the map, extends forward another 3 paces and bridges off into a T intersection.
Okay.
So
let me know if I bug this up.
It continues to there and then splits again.
But in total, that pace is supposed to be 4 long.
Okay, so right there and then.
And then it has a T intersection.
Just need to delete that one line.
And down this side.
It stops there. You can see it continues forward, but from your current position, you can't consider.
Okay, if we look around the corner.
Want to give Failsy a second to finish drawing the map.
Yeah.
Fair.
All right, then.
So we're heading north.
If you go
just-
south, to look around the corner, you see it continues forward another 2 spaces and then ends in another one of those bolted closed doors.
Okay.
Okay, so 2 more spaces and then a door. Well, one side leads to more directions, the other side leads to a door. How about I just flip a coin?
Like I suggested.
Well, you seem to have all the money. Flip away.
What are you talking about? Okay, so I'm gonna flip this coin. It's a D20 coin, so one side's a 20, one side's a 1.
Okay.
Alrighty.
20 go up, 1 go south.
Ready.
20. We go up.
Mm.
Zoop. I suppose cautiously to. Do we need to roll for traps?
You made the hallway one too long.
Oh, did I? I thought I did that right.
Good.
No, it was supposed to cut off at 4.
Oh, I had that right the first time then.
Yeah.
Reflect what I'm drawing over here. Alrighty then. Going up there to your right, see that there is another 2 spaces forward, and then another door. To your left, there is another 3 spaces forward and a turn upwards.
Doop. 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 And door. Let's see. That's not going to be there.
And again. 20 left, 1 right. Everyone go with that?
Sure.
Nope. Missed it.
Coin down, coin down.
Another 20.
What does that mean?
Left, you said?
Yeah, left.
Yeah. So we go further
Left.
away from the doors.
Going left takes you to the end of that hallway where it goes up another space and then ends in a door.
Okay. Up another space, ends in a door. Okay.
By the way, at this current point, I'm assuming you guys are just sort of not super heavily investigating. If you want to look around, tell me.
I would like
Given
to
that,
just to. Oh, sorry.
I was just going to say that given that these hallways have been, as far as we know, featureless, and time is of the essence. But if Andy, if Keta would like to take a look,
Is gonna take a look. She's gonna just keep a note of anything that might change if, like, considering that the other walls might be featureless, then it's like just seeing it to notice if there's any like sudden change.
What's your passive investigation score?
What's the math for that?
12.
You're not taking the time to look around, so
Yeah, what's the math
Oh.
for passive investigation?
same as
10
any
plus.
passive skill. It's 10 plus your skill.
Yeah. 10 plus modifier.
Yes, it's
Plus or minus. Yeah. Plus or minus 5 if you have advantage or disadvantage.
Okay, 1 sec.
All right. You said 12, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, as you guys are walking around, you do notice that the walls are not actually featureless. There are like very slight grooves carved into the walls. At some points they're recessed in like a few millimeters, and some points they're like jutted out a few millimeters.
Felsies is 15.
15. All right. But that's what you notice, Ken. It's just that the walls are not entirely featureless, but they only have these very subtle changes. To you, don't really mean anything other than just being a weird product of however this place was constructed. Failsy, you do note with your passive of 15 that occasionally one of the lights that are lining this hallway, there are the small crystal lights lining this hallway. Some of them are a different color, like very faintly.
Huh. That's weird.
Yeah, what's that?
Specifically, you would have noted that on the hallway leading into here from the central room, one out of every 4 lights is a slight purple color rather than the like icy blue color. And you'd be able to note that those are going along the right side of the hallway. Those lights on the short pathway to the south, and the short pathway leading to the door to the right. There are none of them on the pathway you're currently on.
So the southern doorway, like the southern doorway, leads to that one.
Ping on the map which one you're asking me about.
Were they leading to that one?
They're leading to those 2 doors on that side of the map.
So there's nothing leading here.
But nothing leading there.
I noticed there was some lights that directed towards the doors to the other 2 doors. I'm not sure what that means.
I
Let's
noticed
open-
Notably,
that there-
the other colored lights are always on the right-hand side. So you have that to know.
Brimstone.
Oh,
What
do you
else
think we should open one of those doors instead of this one?
I think Myth was trying
I
to say
think so.
something.
Nah, it was just me making a joke with Brimstone. Also with a passive of 15, but not really paying attention. Now notices the same thing. Just, that's weird.
How was Brimstone's investigation?
15. It's his passive. He also has a +5. But he would never notice that until Failsy pointed it out because he wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, I think it might be telling us to
Something about keeping right. Maybe that's just a quirk on how they build things.
Vincio just shrug. Okay, if you think it's better to go that one. That way we can't spend much time deliberating on it.
Alright. Let's go have a look-see.
Yeah.
Which
Now,
one?
you
South.
said both these doors had the trailing lights?
Since it's been pointed out to you now, as you go over there, do notice that basically along each 5-foot section there are 4 lights just along the top of the hallway that are helping illuminate this place. Not super bright, but just bright enough that there's dim light for you to see. But every 4th light is purple instead of being blue. And they are specifically on the right-hand side of the pathway.
Okay, let's go to this door then because it's closer.
Okay. Can we open door?
Someone want to try to make a strength check?
Fuck it, why
You can
not?
either Strength, investigation, whatever you guys want to do at this moment.
I'll try and investigate the door.
Kenta
Since I
tries to
don't-
pry it open.
Yes. Tiny baby arms will try to pry this open.
I mean, she might succeed. She has a +1, technically.
She's stronger than Velzy.
Well, no, not really. She only has a +1 because of she's a bard.
Because
Jack of
bards are slightly okay at everything.
Yeah, it's Jack of all trades.
Alright then.
Like, well,
All of
Chase
the
must have
might in your tiny baby arms is not making that wheel budge.
Fuck, you know.
You can feel like the bones in your forearms creaking is how much you're having to try, and it's still not doing anything.
known.
Let's
Have
go ahead and
you
make an
tried turning
investigation
it-
check for me.
Have you tried turning it the other way?
Have you tried turning it off and on again? 11.
Wasn't a high DC. You notice that this doorway has a panel above it.
Let's have a look. See. Dusts off the panel. See if there's a code.
There is a code. However, you doesn't really mean anything. You see what appears to be an upside down V, a triangle, a normal V, and then an upside down triangle.
Uh,
Up
Okay, one
and
second.
down?
Can you you press it?
So it's just like
Uh,
a flat, like crystal, not lens, like a flat sheet of crystal that has those things like very, very dully illuminated. I technically shouldn't have even given you that with an 11 now that I think about it, but I did assume you're not the only one looking.
Can Da Vinci pull out the timepiece of travel and switch it to compass mode?
You
So-
can, but as you pull it out, it makes a as you see the hourglass or the watch face tick over into 1 hour.
So what was the
Ooh.
code again?
It was upside down triangle or upside down V, normal triangle, V, upside down triangle.
So upside down V, triangle. What was the next one?
The regular V and
Normal
then
V.
an upside down triangle.
An upside down triangle.
By upside down, I assume you mean point facing down.
Opposite to how you typically think a triangle is drawn.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah, so, yeah, point down. Okay.
Just marking it there.
When you activate the compass face, by the way, Javinci, it is spinning.
Round and round and round it goes.
This
Intelligence
Doesn't
check
mean-
on this thing.
Sure, what are you trying to define from it?
If it might not be like any kind of written language, but it might be a code.
Right?
Like
is definitely a code. I don't have an input for this.
7. I'm serious. I have no fucking clue.
Doesn't make any sense to you.
Let's go check another door. See what we can find on that one.
I'll head to the other door.
Might as well.
Knock, knock,
Heading-
door.
Heading to the other door, you find it to have the exact same setup. It appears to almost be an identical door.
Okay, if this is the same, let's go back to the door we were at.
Same plaque, same code.
Same plaque, same code.
Okay.
Not something I can do with a 4-digit. There's 5 digits on that panel, so yeah, we'll check Da Vinci's door.
I will say that when you were looking at the door that was leading to the north, it did not have a panel on it. It just appeared to be a door you had to open.
To the other 2 doors are in that door.
Who knows? Maybe they're connected to something else.
Quite possibly.
Da Vinci will take a crack at this door.
All right, go ahead and give us a twisty twist. Good body.
12.
You go to like twist it open, and it starts to move, but you just can't quite get it to pop out of place to get it to start turning smoothly.
Can
I-
Da Vinci, just if like she sees it turning just a little bit, just kind of help him get it turning more.
Sure, go ahead and make a strength check.
I'm trying.
You don't hinder, but you don't help.
I'm picturing she rolls in that one, and it's just like, Keto, wait, no, it's supposed to go that way. Not this way.
Victor rolls a nat 1, grabs it from the other side, and you didn't notice he had done that, and you've just been pulling it in different directions this whole time.
Fenris, dear, can you give him a hand?
Borf looks down at Paul's.
Mother, I have no opposable thumbs.
I think
Still try. As he, go ahead and make a strength check for Fenris as he's going to attempt to bite the wheel.
Fight it and just.
16.
It's Da Vinci providing the actual turning force, and Fenris essentially jumping up onto the side of the wheel, grabbing onto it, and letting his weight pull it down
Yeah,
to pull open.
yeah, I guess that works.
Opens up into a 4x4 room, the corners of which go over one to the left, two to the right. I'm saying this for the sake of you drawing it, because right now none of you can see into this room. It is pitch black, and even assuming Failsy's at the start of the of the party, you cannot see into this room at all, despite the fact you have dark vision.
There's nothing here. I can't see anything. There must be nothing because this is how darkness works.
I was gonna see, can Keta like walk up behind Failsy and attempt light
Like that.
to see if
You
it's to see if it's the
yes,
same.
like that. Walk up behind Failsy and attempt to do the light cantrip.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you said? You do
Yeah.
so. Light is formed despite the fact you feel the magic flowing through you.
Oh, let me take a look. There might be a.
Oh, yeah,
device.
Might feel like when we first entered, we can't see through it from even Morgan come.
This is stupid.
Oregon, you work your way up to the front of the pack.
Mhm.
Look into the room. You see a mostly blank room, 2 doors leading off from it. And there appears to be a large metallic box in the far right-hand corner of the room.
All right. And she'll just describe what she sees.
Looking at it, it's a large metallic thing taking up basically that 10 by 10 space in the far right-hand corner of the room.
That's a 10 by 10 box.
Yeah, it's fairly large. And it has metal grates on the front of it.
Thing and not a.
Well, there must be some riddle or something with this.
Yeah, there could be a creature in that. Who knows?
I have an idea. Morgan, you can see the thing.
Yeah?
Why don't you go up to it and see if it has any like panels or anything on it that, or anything that might need to have an input of a code.
Alright. So, never been too good at puzzles, but I can at least relay information.
Velchok, could you go in with her just to make sure that something happens, you can protect each other.
I suppose I think I do that.
Where would those doors be?
The doors are on the right-hand side of the room. There's one 2 spaces up. So on the second space, yep, there's a door there. And on the top side of the room, there's one 2 spaces from the left.
Hmm?
Yep.
God damn it, I keep... Every time I click.
Because every time I click, I mess up the map.
There we go.
Oop.
That is where the doors are.
Do I have any magical bullshit? I probably don't have any magical bullshit for seeing because I never needed to see.
Does the Chwinga have any magical bullshit?
Probably not. He's good at hiding things.
He's good at the opposite of seeing. Also, weirdly enough, you attempt to pull the Chewinga in, and it doesn't appear.
Probably doesn't
He's
like this
invisible.
place.
Maybe.
That's
It is very inorganic and unnatural.
Turn to your little plant buddy.
Yeah, he's not responding at the moment.
Oh, this place is probably as far from plant life as you can get.
Fun.
Right, so what are you doing as you head inside that room, Wodagon?
Pretty well just look like I was told to, see if there's any panels, so that to see if there's any codes to basically figure out how to get to the next area.
Alright, what are you investigating specifically then?
The walls to see if there's panels.
Looking to see if there are panels. Go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Okie dokie. Double 14.
Alright, double 14. Above each one of those doors that there is a panel, but as far as you can see in your dark vision, they do not have codes on them. They just appear to be like light, not currently lit, but lighted panels.
Oh, there's panels above the doors, but I don't see any codes on them.
And the box?
I'll check that next.
Walking over to the box.
Yeah.
Doesn't. Go ahead and make another investigation check.
Okay. Oh, 15.
Don't see any panels on it currently. What you do see is that it has a large semicircular grate in the front of it. And it's probably about... It doesn't quite stretch all the way to the ceiling of this room, which you look up, and the ceiling itself is also about 20 feet up. It stretches about 15 feet into the air. And its actual shape is kind of like what you can see a trapezoid, where it has a diagonal face skew as you're standing in the center of the room, and then it completely dominates that side of the wall.
Is this thing like some sort of funky cage?
Oh, possibly.
Looking inside of it, you don't see anything. You don't see like any living creature inside of it. You just see a bunch of valves.
Skeleton valves.
No creature, but there's valves in this box?
I've ever heard of.
Are you able to reach the valves?
I can certainly try.
So, just looking around, you don't see any obvious like switches or things you could pull to open up it, but you could probably fit your hand inside of it.
That's what you meant by she could certainly try.
What is then? All right, so go ahead and make another investigation check for me. See what you find as a result of it.
Okie dokie. Nat 20.
Nice.
Nice.
That's
Oh,
what
yeah,
is the
dude.
result.
You don't find the spike trap that takes off your hand.
No.
Hmm.
Oh no, I
Spike
like
trap
that.
would be even more uncomfortable because there's nothing to sever.
Stabbed your hand off. No. Okay, when... I just realized, do I have music playing right now even?
Yes, you do. It's
Okay.
just like a very calm ambient track, but there is music playing.
Kind of better track for this place going forward, but I didn't have time to look.
Hey, this works for right now. It at least gives us background music.
I can't hear.
All of a sudden, battle music.
Well, it
Don't. No.
Yeah, I think I just can't hear it on my end.
Yeah, I can't hear it either. Maybe, but I see that it.
Yeah, as long as it's playing on stream.
is. I can hear it.
Okay. Just making sure, doing me a concern. Alrighty then. So, as you're reaching into it, you sort of stop for a second, and you look inside it. You notice that there is something written on the like very back wall of this device.
Just like, wait a tick. Takes a look.
There are like valves and stuff in the way of being able to see the full design. And then as you go to move one, or just try to turn yourself to like look around it, you start hearing a hissing sound from inside the machine.
A hissing sound?
Yes. Everyone at the front of the room, you start seeing as the floor starts to sort of twist and bend. Small little panels on the floor open up, and rods start rising out of the floor.
Come
In
back here.
in the room.
Yeah, inside the room. You all
Okay.
can hear as the engine that causes the door to open and close once you've turned the valve out of place. You hear it hiss and start to close the door.
Whoa! Da Vinci immediately jumps into the room.
Renche jumped in. Decisions, guys. You only have a few seconds.
As the door
Yeah, I
closes.
guess.
The
Yeah.
door's closing.
YOLO. Posey's
Yeah.
in the room.
Yeah, I guess.
Matar, like where the door is?
It's got a massive cranking wheel coming close, so you don't know if your scimitar will survive, but you can certainly try.
The scimitar will survive. It might be a help in like getting the door out of the way, just kind of opening it. She doesn't
Door
know.
is
She's never
like
been-
at this beginning moment, the door is open enough you all can go inside.
Yeah.
You
Alright.
do so. Door closes shut behind you, and you all watch as the lights in this room come to life, and that machine starts to fill with fire.
Ah! Morgan takes her hand out.
Oh,
Like everyone.
Your turn order.
Roll initiative, please.
Oh no! We
So
just
what are tokens?
jumped into a furnace.
Oops.
We did,
That's fine.
but she's gonna be scared to be alone.
— 16 initiative for me. Oh, can definitely hear the music change.
Oh, shoot. I should actually.
Already is
Alright.
resistant to fire.
Oop. Didn't mean to click that.
This thing got very low in its initiative.
Good.
It has a negative dex modifier because it's a stationary item.
In machine.
Alrighty then.
I don't know.
Everyone rolled?
Armored needs to be on there.
I did roll. I just
Yeah.
Go ahead and
just
take your token,
yeah.
roll again, put your original initiative in.
darn it. I wish I had that.
Yeah. I mean, you're still going ahead of Katana, so.
Vel'Shal's in the room with us this time.
She was in the room last
Oh,
time.
hey.
Is she?
Yeah.
Yeah, but this time she's probably going to be forced to do something.
Maybe.
See if she decides to help.
Yeah, we'll see what happens first.
I mean, from her perspective, she's got this party of unpaid adventurers doing the work for her.
Exactly.
She can save all this. She can save all the spell slots and resources.
It's also most because you guys already have a big party, and I don't want to give more NPC assistance
Yeah.
unless it's absolutely necessary.
Yeah. Like I
She
said,
might also be a healer.
She probably is a healer because we have Brimstone getting mysterious healing.
Oh, my spine!
Oh,
Don't mind Lane, just breaking my spine.
Don't do that.
Felt good though.
Yeah, so.
Get that out of the way.
Yeah, this thing technically has a 0 on its initiative.
Damn.
Okay, so it goes at the bottom of initiative order.
Alrighty then. So, starting
I
things
wonder
off.
I imagine Fenris has a higher dex than Modigan.
You guys have the same.
Well,
It's up to you which one goes first.
well, my dex mod is 2. If Fenris's is higher than mine, he can
Fenris's
definitely
is 2.
go. Okay.
I'm gonna say, even though that's how the turn order ended up sorting itself out, I'm gonna say since Morrigan's an actual player character, she can go first.
Yeah, that makes
Okay.
sense.
So do I
Given
see
how-
what is the threat?
Yes, you all see it currently because the lights in the room came on, and because of the massive fire that suddenly lit in the room, it's pretty obvious to tell what is currently the threat.
It's the box, isn't it?
Seems to be. You would assume and maybe hazard a guess that perhaps it is the large box breathing fire at you.
The large box is partly spewing out fire.
Okay.
That thing that hurts some of us more than others.
Should we actually put ourselves in the room?
It doesn't matter too much.
Yeah, I don't think positioning is actually gonna.
I guess it matters kind of given how you guys function combat wise. So yeah, go ahead and put yourselves in the room where you think you'd be. For the sake of positioning on this map, this creature technically takes up the top or the 3 spaces.
It's a large creature in the upper right.
Technically, it's not a large creature. It takes up 3 spaces because the lower left-hand corner of its square is technically not occupied by it. That's right in front of it. Like I said, it's got a weird shape.
Okay, fair.
Give me a sec. I'll... That one. We're going to delete the creature for a sec.
I know a lot of you guys are melee focused. Some of you are. So. Within melee range.
So this would be the line. This would be the area it occupies. We can't go in, I guess.
That's correct.
And
It's not
would be
technically
idea.
a creature, so it has a weird space.
Yeah, it's an object.
Not move.
So that it says occupation and visual reference.
Okay.
I suppose this would be its actual shape then.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
It's pretty on the money there, Felsley.
So we're fighting the corner furnace.
They're Bellows.
Okay, well. So are we
Hey,
good to actually start combat now, or do we need more?
Just to have that cleared, just to have all that cleared up so everyone knows what's going on. It is your turn, Mortigan.
Okay, well, she's gonna, not really knowing what else to do, just kind of like, cry out in surprise and then try to hit it with her sword.
Fair.
Boop, 18.
An 18 will hit.
Alrighty.
See the moonlit aria screech across the steel of this thing's construction.
Max damage 14.
Ooh, nice! Moonlit aria is obviously a magical weapon, so take
Mhm.
notes.
I can't Hexblade's curse this thing because I already did that for the day, so.
Oh, I was just remarking about the fact that the moonlit aria is a magical weapon.
Yes, it is.
Obviously, it's your hexblade.
Yeah. It'd be kind of bad if it wasn't a magical weapon.
I mean, depending on how some DMs rule it, sometimes hexblades aren't magical weapons because it's not actually the blade you're in a pact with.
Yeah,
The blade's just a representation of.
this is an odd situation that Mulligan's got going on, but yeah, she hit.
I mean,
She hit and she did 14 damage.
Then, 1 second, I forgot
Technically
to
right.
write this thing's health pool down on my notes section. Because I was preparing myself a self-heating hot pot while we were getting combat ready.
The hot pot that isn't actually self-heating.
Oh, these ones are. I bought more.
Of
Oh,
course you did.
Yes, I have a problem.
Of course you
Technically,
did.
I bought them at the same time. One set of them just arrived late.
That's fair.
Damage. This thing takes the full brunt of that. You see a large screech of metal as your sword cuts into its surface. Right. Now it would be Fenris's turn.
Yeah, because I don't have a bonus action I can do, so yeah, it would be Metal Duggo's turn.
Combat brought to you all by Action. Everyone likes it.
Salesy.
Yeah, I was just reading a thing. Pack tactics.
I will tell you to note that Fenris's attacks are technically not considered magical.
Yes. Though I did remember something that happened earlier that might change that later. What if I feed the meteor to Fenris?
That would technically require your turn, not his.
I know that's a completely different thing that we can't do now because we don't have the meteor. Anyway, Borf.
For Bjork. Should have attack set up on his page, if I remember rightly.
Bite. He only knows bite.
Not a good Pokemon. He tries, though.
He's doing his
20.
best.
She does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Is there damage? button?
Hit
Yeah,
the
it should be
name.
Click
Yeah,
bite?
click the bite in the chat.
Piercing.
He bites onto one of the grates and starts trying to pull it off. It doesn't seem that effective, but he's trying.
By God, he's trying.
Dog with a chew toy, because it's the dog with a chew toy. Elsie, it's your turn now.
Keta, need any magical ornament? Well, this thing's fire, so maybe some ice will cool it off.
Or acid could melt it.
I'm unsure if that works in this world, like acid or metal.
Acid melts metal, like it melts most things.
We'll go with acid then, since that fails his forte. Where's my character? There it is. So, spending some sorcery to twin link this. I was actually on the spells page. Some elemental
Should be
breath.
twin spell can work for a spell like this. Can work for a touch
Yes.
spell like this.
Ranged touch. It's for 2
Yeah.
targets.
Yeah, it can't be a target of self only. And it can only target one person.
This targets one person, so me, and twin linking it to target a second person.
I have to explain it, I got it.
Yeah,
Keta
twin
now
spell
has-
on that specific.
Right,
For the
so
next
you
minute, Keta can spend an action to do 3d6 acid damage in a cone.
I'm ready.
I am also going to move into this corner.
All right.
And try and melt off this whole side of it. That was my bonus action. Just mark off some spells. That and a.
And an action for Mega Puke. That might be
My sorcery point.
might be better to save for later.
I will save my super puke for later. This will be the little puke.
Yeah. I
A
mean,
little barf.
I mean, still big comparatively, but not
Go ahead
fucking.
and roll damage for it.
It's a reasonable amount of vomit.
Total of 7.
And what is your spell save DC?
15. 15 deck save.
Fails that. Take 7 points of acid damage.
I'd love to see how it'd avoid it.
The implication would be that it just, rather than the acid eating into the metal, it just splashes off.
Watch the splashback.
Technically, we're speaking realistically, that would literally have to be a concern if it's just splashing off this thing. But in mechanics. Vinci.
So is there actively fire coming out of the center?
It is currently igniting, but because it has not gotten its turn yet, it is not currently spewing.
So
The
it's,
entire
Okay.
thing is currently full of fire.
it's getting toasty.
Da Vinci has. This probably might not be the best use of it, but would say putting out a campfire would a pouring
A
a
little bit
water
bigger than a
skin
campfire in there.
just would pouring a water skin or a vial of holy water, would that have any effect?
I don't know. that's what you want to try, you can try it, but I'm not going to tell you what result it has until you do it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, I just
Normally, pouring a water skin onto a campfire would put it out, yes. This is a little bit bigger than a campfire inside this thing.
but it is still getting toasty, not on fire yet.
Inside is completely on fire already. It's just not actively pushing fire out of it yet.
Okay.
Yeah, it's primed and ready to go. It just hasn't had the opportunity to go.
Pretty much, it got fully prepared itself to. You all were rushing in.
Oh, okay. That's just what I needed to know. So, okay. Da Vinci is can't reach inside the thing without getting seriously burnt. Would throwing a vial of water consider an attack or as a bonus action or as an action?
It would be considered an improvised weapon attack.
Da Vinci, not really sure what to do, but knows fire hot and water puts out fire, is going to try throwing a glass of holy water into it.
So just essentially pitching a vial of holy water into the thing.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make a improvised weapon attack. I don't believe you have proficiency in those, so it's basically just a dexterity check.
Oh, that's a save. 21.
One will hit. Just roll d6 plus your dexterity.
Max damage. Or whatever this would be.
It's similar to how whenever you put water on a fire elemental, it takes cold damage.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Ah,
However, then I guess it's kind of water. Alright, it'll take that much damage.
and
It seemed to have some effect. You can hear the water hissing on the inside.
Da
Clearly
Vinci
the
is
water that had the most effect, or just bashing a piece of glass into one of the internal valves.
all he knows is that it did something.
Reacted,
Which is-
so it may be good.
And he's gonna move into that corner to hopefully be out of the way of the blast of heat.
Realize you've made a terrible mistake putting Fenris right in front of it.
Just maybe.
Or it's like that's the only place that it's safe and it shoots along the walls.
Alright.
We don't know.
Turn. Stone. Has been done with this turn, by the way? Sorry.
Yeah, I don't think he has any bonus actions right now unless wanted to make an offhand attack. If you would let him, but
Technically made
No.
a weapon attack with your main hand, so you could.
okay, gonna try offhanding the cutlass.
Ketcha
That's
has a
not going to hit,
cone attack.
unfortunately.
And then back up.
Much as the cutlass has cut through metal creatures before, with ease, this time it skids off the surface.
Oh, okay.
Now it's your turn, Brimstone.
guess I'll approach, try to hit it with my sword.
Brimstone actually getting out a sword for a change. How rare.
I mean, my only options are shooting it or throwing a grenade at it.
I mean, an option. I don't know
Yeah,
if you want to take it, but it's an option.
no, not particularly.
Alrighty then.
Okay.
Felzy hisses.
So, Elsie and Morrigan, you feel like that weird, like hive-raising sensation as Brimstone whips out the
I
sword.
don't feel that,
No,
remember?
Morrigan.
It would be Keta.
Sorry.
Yeah. Felzy and Keta.
I remember basically the whole party being bothered by it.
Morrigan wasn't.
Yeah, Morrigan's the only one that doesn't have some sort of weird sensation.
Yeah, she's neutral good, remember?
I don't, because there's a lot of other things I remember right now.
Well, we've established
Okay.
before, she just doesn't feel anything from the blade.
Okay, so, Felsi, you feel weird. Because you're within 5 feet of it.
Mm-hmm.
So, he does hit. Go ahead and make your damage.
minimum.
Oh god, I think I'm gonna be sick.
Minimum damage, but still not bad. As the blade peels forward into this thing's form. Cuts real good, Brimstone.
Okay. Well, that's all I can do. So.
Fortunately. Brings us to Keta.
Okay, I have a weird idea. You said the ceiling of this room is 20 feet tall?
So it is 20 feet up in the air.
Knowing that if I try to do the spewing of the acid, I'm gonna hit somebody, and feeling that the itch, Ket is actually going to pop form and fly up.
You could get in front of Dravenche and you'd be able to do a 15
Yeah, you
foot cone.
So Keta explodes.
Well, she's already exploded.
I
Well,
mind,
that was
don't
a,
worry, because this also works in case something else drops. I have faith that I have a plan.
Keta, you
Causes
explode and turn into your sublucidus form.
In front of Velshal.
I'm sorry, she's
Oh,
also
shovel.
feeling itchy, so you know.
Well,
And
we
she's
all
gonna
know
kind
that
of-
Keta's not good at keeping secrets, so.
No matter what, no, in a certain battle.
Alright, take
so
your turn.
mean,
Take your turn.
yeah, I'm just kind of putting myself there, but I'm flying above Brimstone. That's my action.
Bonus action or anything you want to take, or you are a bard.
Yeah, I am a bard, but I also only have 3 actions left.
Just making sure.
Yeah, that's all I can do.
All right. The flare bellows this turn. You all watch as the fire on the inside ignites even brighter. It spews out several smaller gouts of fire into the room.
So basically just spat out a bunch of calcifers at us.
Actually, you have to roll how many it spits out.
oh goody, so it's a boss that shoots out mini bosses.
Possibly.
I need a D4 dice bag. Give me a D4.
I'm sorry
Oh,
I couldn't
no.
make you a proper dice bag of holding. I'm not good at enchantment.
Oh no, is this a spawner?
The spawner.
For those on the
Does need
stream,
a
I knit the dice bag that he's using, most likely. Sorry.
that. Good. Something that works as a work. Boop. 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 Roll the 3 on a D4.
Oh, okay.
These tiny little creatures are flung out of this thing. They're going to make attacks, one against Failsy, one against Morrigan, and one against Travinci.
Oh, okay.
On the plus side, me and Morrigan are resistant to fire.
That is good.
That's
Alright, so Failsy, that is a 19 to hit you.
Who?
She's going to flash out a shield. Just
Alright
bugger
then.
that.
Little fire whams into you. And then you manage to bring your shield up in time to block it from hitting you. Morrigan. Don't believe a 7 hits you.
It does not.
And Travinci. That is going to be a 21 to hit.
I'm gonna take the damage.
Ready then. Take 3 points of fire damage as this thing punches you with a fist made of fire.
Ah. Well, at least not the worst thing I've been burned by.
Yeah. Bad. Alright, so that is its turn. Morrigan and Fenris' turn. Morrigan, you go first.
Okay. Seeing that it has spat out these little fuckers, she's gonna go for the one that's right here.
Alright.
Because not only is that one a threat to her, it's also a threat to Da Vinci. Kets is fine because she's up in the air.
Yes.
So she's gonna wheel around and swing the Aria at that particular little sprite dude.
Alrighty.
19.
18 hits.
It hits?
Brimstone, did you move this thing after getting close to it?
What?
I was looking away to move stuff around, and I didn't notice you did that.
Yeah, I did.
Please say that, because it technically should have gotten an opportunity attack against you.
Oh.
I'll go for now. 19 does hit, 8 slashing damage. Like butter, you bring the Aria through this thing's fiery form, and it disintegrates.
Oh wow, it didn't have a whole lot of health points then.
Spawned enemies!
That might only have.
Alright, and she'll just... I can't really do anything else this turn because I don't think my one... Oh shit, I lost... There's stuff missing. Wait, no, there is. Yeah, I don't think my Mage Slayer will do me any good in this situation, so I think I'm just done.
No one's casted magic around you.
Yeah, for all I know, the spewing of the little flame sprite dudes is a natural ability of this creature.
Literally just shooting fire out of
Yeah.
it. On its
Okay,
turn.
Fire that happens to be animated.
But that will end my turn, and I cannot hold it. I have to go
use
the washroom, so I will just be back as soon as possible.
Gotcha.
Ash, I trust
Okay.
you to run Morrigan if I don't make it back before my next turn, okay?
It's a lot of turns in order, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
I was going to shout to Fenris to get rid of that sprite, since all he's doing is gnawing on a grate.
York, turn.
And he bites fire.
Go ahead and make an attack.
9.
Fortunately, he misses. As the little fire sprite just... Where he goes to bite, the fire sprite just disappears and reappears after his bite's gone through it.
Well, that didn't help.
Orc.
Now
That's
I figure
Fenris' turn. Unless you want him to move.
Tempted to get him to to move away, but also attacks of opportunity. Never mind. Okay, my
And
turn.
around.
I'm
Alright,
currently
so it is now your turn, Bilsey.
Let's close that one. Where is it? Not sure if I
Appreciate my
can say
choice
that,
of battle music.
but I appreciate it.
No!
Oh, okay.
Just double checking that time, like next dawn weapons, is relative to the players, right?
Yes, your items have not recharged.
Just double checking because it's like we just have to wait an hour if that was the case.
Moment when you open something near the map and it drips water onto the map, and now half the map just got erased.
Who knows?
I did it drip.
Double checking that I actually have access to acid breath.
It shouldn't be on the items description I gave you.
The living ooze ability. I was just double checking that Felzy actually has access to this weapon. Or if it's just something that's hidden away for the moment.
I have access to it. It's something as part of attuning to the item you attune to.
Okay. This thing looks like it's going to take a fair beating. So Felzy's going to change how she's holding her mouth into a more blowing action and blast it with a 30-foot long line.
That's an unreasonable amount of vomit.
So is a phone.
It's not like it's not a cone, it's a line.
No,
So
no,
like-
I know.
It's
Yeah, it looks more like projectile.
it's like a railgun of puke.
Basically.
I'm so glad that's what we've decided it is. I say not at all seriously.
Practically.
I'm gonna need to use the
So,
Yeah,
dexterity
that's
saving throw for this creature.
is a 15. And the advanced dodge roll will need to be 8.
Just to make sure that's towards the fire boiler? Or flare bellows?
The flare bellows. I assume so, unless Failsy just decided to turn tail and attack you all. Wouldn't doubt.
33.
Alright then. Actually did make it save.
But
So it takes half of 33.
bullshit.
Got a 19 on the die and has a -4.
So it just saved.
Yes.
I still think it bored a hole straight through the thing.
Probably just not as big of a hole.
16 points of fire damage. Or acid damage. Not fire damage.
So like
Fire,
fire,
which would be bad in this case.
Yeah.
Failsy does
you-
not have the ability to chaos the hellfire yet.
You do that. Some of it does skid off, and at points you're afraid that it's actually just going to hit Fenris. Luckily, he knew what you were going to do before you did it, so he managed to get himself out of the way. But it does still do a significant amount of damage. I have to perform math now. The elusive go. The construct of this creature is starting to look pretty banged up. Get away from my hot pot or I will stomp on you. just saw
Marco,
Failsy exude a massive gout of acid. More so than her normal amounts of acid. You do.
The moment Morrigan's blade slashes through the fire sprite in front of Dravinci, he will just kind of combat roll by her and start slashing at this sprite.
What do you then? Go ahead and make an attack.
17 for 7 slashing. He's
Ain't nothing
specifically
to
not. Sorry?
Ain't nothing to it. You bring your sword through it and kill it.
Yeah, Dravinci is specifically not doing a lot of dancing right now. But he will follow up with his silvered short sword in an offhand attack.
Alright.
14.
That is also going to hit.
5.
Yet again, you bring your sword through and destroy the flare elemental. It seems
Hey,
particularly sturdy.
Which is good. That means the others can focus on the big guy.
Yeah.
And going to go over to this side here.
Alright then. You technically did just leave its threat square.
Oh,
A
shit.
gout of fire is going to shoot out at you.
Okay, so there's
Oh.
It's almost a natural 20, but it was a 2.
Okay. So it misses. He combat dodges the fire.
You combat dodge as a lashing tendril fire springs out of this thing.
Now I just
That's your
picture
turn?
Dravinci Dark Souls rolling.
Pretty much. The end of your turn?
Yes, that is the end of my turn.
Brimstone.
Alright. Just gonna do it again. And I'm moving to hit it. If only I had advantage. That sucks.
Personally, you don't, though.
For 10.
Still not a bad amount of damage.
Yeah.
You're starting to hack the front grates of this thing apart and be able to get to its internals at this point.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Here I come. Time to get there. 15, 20. Okay. I'm gonna move over to this side.
Alrighty then.
So
Pretty
that way,
expended its reaction, so you're good.
yeah, so that way I'm not blocking Dravinci from trying to hit this thing.
Brings us to Keta.
Alright, so seeing that she's gonna kind of keep along the roof and trying to copy what Failsy did, she's kind of angle her head down and shoot acid at it.
Scram.
so over the heads of everyone.
That's the idea, that I don't have to worry about, like, oh, everybody's trying to move around me. It's like, I'm up here.
Yeah, sure.
No, go ahead and make. It's a dexterity saving throw on its part, right?
Yep. 15.
Yep.
Fails.
Yeah.
Ooh, 11.
11 points of acid. Good.
Nice.
Immediately after, it's like, that tasted gross.
Yeah.
She can still taste it.
Keta, you don't know where it came from, but that just was disgusting. Especially considering you don't have a stomach right now.
Also, I
Or
can
no.
add radiant damage onto that, I believe.
Pop up your Searing Soul.
Yes, extra radiant damage equal to my level. So it's 4 extra.
When you deal damage to it with an attack or a spell.
Radiant acid.
It's got some chunks in it.
So another 4 radiant.
Yeah.
Reason? I'll add that to the damage total.
I couldn't remember what.
Rather
Yeah.
subtract it from the damage total.
Well, it's half your level rounded up, so it would be 2.
No, that's if it attacks her.
Oh.
Yeah.
I guess I was reading the wrong part.
Yeah.
Searing Soul is weird.
Yeah. So. Look at Failsy and gives a thumbs up, like, "Hey, I did it!" And that's my turn.
Alright. Back around to the Flare Bellis' turn.
Unfortunately.
It has
Holy
taken enough damage
cow.
to enter into a stage of the fight.
I don't like that.
Oh no, it's a transforming boss. This is not even my final form.
Well, suddenly becomes the house from the house across the street.
Alright, so I'm going to need Potagon, Fenris, Etta, and Dravince to make dexterity saving throws.
Hey, oh
Even
shit.
in the air?
Yes.
Oh,
Plus that
wow.
entire 3x3 space with fire.
Yeah, it's probably speeding out from basically that point where Fenris is.
Fenris. Make your deck save. 11.
And Fenris fails.
17.
Alright, so all of you except for Fenris succeed. You take half damage from this.
And
I need to get my notepad for this.
Would that be halved again for Morrigan because Tiefling?
Half for Motor Gun and Kenta.
yeah, yeah, it's
Hey, at least you succeeded and are only taking half of it.
This is 17 HP.
Alrighty then, let's see.
that's a good roll on the day for Morgan. 15.
And then immediately I'm gonna lash out with 2 Radiant.
It says melee.
It's not within. It did not perform a melee attack against you.
Yeah,
Be
you
a
had,
melee
hell,
attack.
you had Hellish Rebuke?
I know.
I don't think bars can get that.
Alrighty then.
I mean, I can't fix level.
Fenris takes 18 points of fire damage.
How many teams? So what was that?
It takes 19.
Fenris is down.
Dravince, you take 10 points of fire damage. And then Keta and Motogun, you take 5 points of fire damage.
Wouldn't half of 19 be 8
And in this case,
or 9?
well, it would be if I was rounding down, but I've been rounding up this whole time.
Oh,
Even when it takes half damage from you guys.
Okay, so we're doing round up. Okay, sounds good.
And
Okay.
behind of its fire, there are more of these little sprite things.
Oh god.
A 4 on a D4 this time.
Oh god.
Righty then. That is its turn though, because they cannot attack in the same turn it does that.
Oh, Morgan.
Morrigan and Fenris needs to make a death saving throw.
Flat D20.
I'm
So
okay
just
with,
roll a D20.
yeah, I'm okay with that going ahead before I do my action.
Yeah, it's just the easier thing to get out of the way.
16.
Okay, so
One success for Fenris.
Yes.
Not dead.
One success for the puppy.
Okay.
Just
I can
mechanical.
technically attack any of these 4.
Yeah, they're all within range of you.
She's gonna go for the one that looks like it's the most threat to the most people, which right now is this one. because it might attack
But-
Fenris, and it's in range of Failsy and Dravinche.
And yourself.
Yeah, so
Okay.
24.
Hey.
Before it's gonna hit.
Max damage.
It's dead.
I think they've gotten.
And I'm saving a certain 1-a-day spell because I don't think fire damage would do any thing nice to this, and it's better for me to save my reactions anyway.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
That's your turn.
One tries to go up and try to hit cut them.
Yeah, that's turn.
What is
Fails.
Failsy?
It's your turn.
That's my
Assuming more
puppy.
acid?
Yes.
Ah.
Back to D6s.
No. I only.
Ooh, rolled a 1. I'm gonna roll severity.
Oof. Roll high. That's
The whole thing uplifts itself and slams itself on its head.
Jesus.
How I do severity is that the closer it is to a 1 again, the more
Oh,
severe it
yeah.
is.
Oh, low's good. For us.
And it was not low severity, so
Damn it.
just standard damage.
62, 3d6.
63. Damn. 16.
It's a spicy damage roll.
Just straight through the hole that she made previously.
Right.
Much.
Basically puts her face like half an inch and just. Rah!
I will melt you into slag!
And then
Right.
drink for your power. Wait.
I think it's just drowning in acid now.
Pretty much.
Put a lot of acid.
Because that's all.
inside.
That's all fails he's been doing.
The main source of damage is taken. It's just been acid.
Yeah. Because Failsy can just put it out every round, and that fucking. What was it, 8d8?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
one per day.
Oh, yeah. That's fair, but still, yeah. Just fucking acid geyser.
It's your turn, Fails. Break things.
That was a bottle cap. I swear I'm not an alcoholic.
Armor don't have to
You still have a problem. You're a Butterfingers.
Yeah.
No, that's an action. That is also an action. Yeah, I don't have any other things I could do.
Yep.
That's your turn. To the Vinci.
Okay.
More of
well,
the fucking fire things.
Da Vinci will do what he's been doing during this fight, and that's
Sure.
crowd control.
Yeah, kill the fucking sprites. That way the girls can.
Slice the one in front of him.
Time.
Will just hit.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. That's good to know.
They are not sturdy things.
They're just annoying.
Follow up with
Yeah. Yeah.
Left or right?
I'm gonna go with left because that's immediately in front of Brimstone. Or whatever. Left. Yeah, it did.
Yeah, the one in front of me.
I get left and rights mixed up a lot.
Oh, good.
That's fine. I can take care of that one.
Is that your turn?
Yeah, that would be my turn.
Brimstone.
I mean, I'm gonna try to hit this thing before it hits me, or Monaghan, or Adventure. 12 hits. I'm hitting the floating fire thing I'm gonna do.
I assume so.
Okay.
And dead.
Okay. there's anything I can do with the problem back. So, yep, that's it.
It is your turn again.
I'm gonna spew acid again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hot, like almost says like you're hawking a loogie.
Oh.
I like to think that Keta's variation is not acid green, it's more like very offensively magenta.
So, 13. So it'd be 13 altogether with other radiant damage added.
I like offensively magenta.
Right then. Fortunately, it did succeed. Saving throw. And 19 on the die.
So that would be a 5 acid and then 4 radiant. So I don't know if the radiant applies to
And
that.
4 radiant, so still takes 9 damage, so still good.
Yay!
Yeah,
I'm dealing things!
yeah, because the radiant is attack on bonus. You just
I know.
add everything.
It's less than, I'm doing things. It's more like, I'm doing things.
Oh
My tongue hurts.
God, your tongue would hurt
Right,
from
and Flare Bellows' turn again.
from almost any of those. The poison one, you just have a bad taste in your mouth.
Alrighty.
Alright, you can stop your bullshit.
Does it want to do?
Stop it, bullshit.
Yeah, Keta's only ever breathed fire from Felzy.
Yeah, and I mean she's part smoke anyway, so you know it's like kinship.
You know what? It'll do that. It's going to perform its air lash.
It'll stop this bullshit.
It's gonna do what?
I said it's going to use its flare lash ability.
Oh, yay, fun.
Ah,
This
Means-
where it lashes out, hit someone.
It's not going to create fire sprites this turn, but it's going to whip out 3 lashes of fire. Going to put one against Morrigan, and then one against Stravince because he's directly in front of it.
So,
And he's
Yeah.
closer than
so
who are the targets?
I heard my name.
Morrigan and Elsie, Morrigan, and Stravince.
Oh, yay.
Oh, okay.
That's going to be a 17 to hit Failsy.
Felzy's currently at.
You'd be back at your base. Because shield was expired.
It's expired by now.
Felzy would use shield again.
Okay.
I was tossing up whether or not to take the damage or bounce it off.
And how many more shields do you have left?
I have
Gets
effectively one more.
yeah, he gets a lot of them a day.
I think it's 5? Because I think it's 2 charges.
5, but I don't want to use the last one.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
So bounces off the Failsy.
Because the risks breaking the staff.
Yeah.
Oh, it's yeah. Okay, I am sorry, Morrigan.
You got a natural 20, didn't it?
It did.
I mean, you're resistant to fire.
Yeah, so at least whatever it is, it's gonna get halved if it's fire damage.
It's like fireball levels of dice.
Well, I'd hope not.
Okay, so roll 3d6, 4 on each one. So 12, then double that to 24, then halve that to 12 again.
Okay. That's still a pretty hefty chunk, but
12 points of fire damage as one of the tendrils lashes out and wraps around you. Then Stravince.
Hi.
That is going to be a full 20 to hit.
20? Could you repeat that, Atch? It was a 20 to
Total
hit?
20 to hit.
Pop and shield!
yeah, fair.
How many of you all have the shield spell?
I don't.
I only have 14 HP left. It's If I get hit, I go down.
You're
Hey, you don't resist fire like everyone else does. Literally everyone else does.
I forgot that. I didn't realize Keta did. I always thought she didn't.
Can't see in the dark and can't vacation at the volcano.
Even though he's from Tesverel.
Alright, so managed to bring the shield up before this tendril of fire just wraps itself around you.
Gross. Just takes the shield instead. Even though it lasts until the end of his turn, or the beginning of his next turn.
Alright, Fenris, make another death saving throw.
Or.
Oops.
Yeah, it's a
20?
sort of wailing.
That's one.
Two
That's
fails.
failures.
Oh no! Oh no, that's bad.
Okay.
2 failures. I thought he had a success last time.
He does.
He has 1 success and 2 failures.
Yeah.
And that one is an automatic 2
Oh,
to
yeah,
fail.
sorry.
Each other, you build towards 3.
I'm dumb. I forgot the nat 1 roll. I'm sorry.
I know what my next turn's going to be then.
Yeah.
I mean, you aren't aware of that. Keep that in mind.
That's awesome. I mean, he's on the ground.
He's on the ground, needs help.
Yeah, that's fair.
What
We
do
just how critical is David was.
Okay. Well, there's no flame sprites to deal with this time around, so she's going to aim for the flame bellows.
This
Or
bitch.
flare bellows, whatever they're called.
your bellows?
26.
That is definitely gonna hit.
The Belgian
Yes.
bullshit boss.
10.
10 points of slashing damage. Ooh, it's still standing, but you're starting to see the flames inside of it sputter out. Can't
Good.
keep taking damage like that.
Get this bitch.
Okay, and I really don't think that I've got any abilities that would be useful right now.
Wait. Uh-oh. Not, then that brings us to Failsy's turn.
Yeah.
Seeing that Puppy's very hurt and Dravenche is not looking good either, so he's gonna jump to here. Full metal alchemist clap, and then tap both Puppy and Dravenche for a
Clear.
heal.
You're
falls on
twin
the right.
spelling Cure Wounds, I'm guessing?
Yes,
Thank you.
and using her special cure wounds, which is level 2.
Oh, nice. So I guess it's all of your.
I will say, that purpose, does Twin Spell work if it's an item casting a spell?
That makes sense.
Gives me access. Okay, well that. Hang on, quickly go.
A second level Cure Wounds within that item is cast by the item. By you.
Wound spell.
Yeah. I think it does need to be coming from you, not from an item that you have.
Okay.
Can you
Ah.
cast the spell that targets only one creature?
Well,
Yeah.
Just
I'll,
so
okay, I won't use my items one. I'll just use my own.
eligible spell
At
must
level
be able to
spells. 2d cure wounds.
I'll say, I don't know if that's technically the ruling, but I'll say for the sake of this right now, it will only work if you cast it.
Yeah, I'll cast it.
Fair.
I think that's how it works, but we can check that later.
I'll use the spell slot then.
Go ahead and roll your healing.
Lusky.
So 12.
Thank
Points of
you.
12 healing. So for both Dravenche and
And Fenris.
Fenris. And I'm going to.
Bork.
I'll use a bonus action to cannibalize one of my spell slots for more sorcery points.
Bjork.
I always forget you could do that. Well, that's fair.
Usually people do it the other way around.
Yeah. Unless
That's
you're
Failsy's turn, I'm assuming.
Yep, that's my full turn since I did my action, healed some people. Furnace is now on 12, and Prevent is on whatever's.
26.
All right, Trevinche, it's your turn.
Do you want to move back?
Very appreciative of the healing.
If I can move back, I'll move back.
Okay.
Da Vinci is gonna look as I have this furnace, and he's going to try cutting through something with his cutlass. 17.
17 will just hit.
For 10 slashing magic.
All right.
And try it open some more with his offhand short sword.
18 will hit.
Hey,
It's
nice.
non-magical.
All right, then. There's a second where you see the fires on the inside go out, then they just reignite.
Oh, okay.
One more good hit should do this. And he's going to back up and to give Brimstone room.
now here's the question: do I want to use the rifle, which does more damage, or do I want to use the sword, which doesn't seem like it's mitigated? I guess the sword is a better bet.
The rifle is on your back, the sword is in your hand.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to use. That'll miss.
Fortunately, it will.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
strike out with the blade and it just skids off the surface.
Okay. That's all.
Right, Keta.
Might be done to me to do this. Again, just as Failsy does with the acid, she's gonna kind of copy those kind of mouth muscle motions and fucking try it. Plus another 4.
Yeah. So
Hey,
eight.
let this be it.
8 can be reduced to 4, and then another 4.
Alright, Keta. How do you want to do this?
Where?
Yes. Alright. So kind of seeing how Failsy has been kind of doing the acid, she kind of takes in a deep breath and presses herself up against like the corner of the room, and with like a bit of a push out, she just lets the kind of acid cone, I guess, just flow out and coat this thing, and like just it's the kind of excess radiant damage that's like kind of lingering on it as it's just melting.
Alrighty then. You exhale that final gout of acid and it burns into this device, curing its insides and finally shutting down the valves producing fire inside this. Give it a second.
We've turned it to
The
slag.
fire does not come back on.
Out of character, because Keta's in sublucidus form, I was more picturing the acid being she's just making acid rain on top of this thing.
I was picturing her because she gets a little bit more wild in sublucidus form, that she literally just grabs onto the front grates and just goes into the inside of it.
But as Failsy described it, it's like ungodly magenta.
Just the most ostentatious. There's sparkles in it.
She's gonna land
It's the
and
radiant
like
hit.
hug. She's gonna hug Failsy like, I did it! I did it!
Just envelop Failsy in the cloud.
Elsie just vanishes into the hug.
And
She
she's
tried
gonna
to take them back, but she's now hugged.
Alright then.
yeah. Gross. I think my tongue burned.
You learn to love it.
Well, that was annoying.
Yeah.
Foreman. Okay. But we did it! We didn't die! High fives.
Gives high five.
Of everyone, who looks the worst?
Da Vinci's at 26 of 40, so he just over half.
Don't give me a number. Just give me a
Yeah.
state.
Da Vinci looks hurt, but he's feeling a bit better. He's still bruised and a bit burnt.
I have taken no damage.
Felsie is battered, but that's more of a table-sized bruise in her chest.
Yeah.
It's bruised and a bit bloodied at this point.
Probably Morrigan.
Maybe Morgan to Da Vinci and then Keta.
'Cause, I mean, she did take a pretty good chunk of damage.
Yeah. Morgan's probably she's definitely looking a little worse for wear, but she's still on her feet and steady.
It's like, how do you tell us Morgan's singed?
Her clothes, her hair.
More proper. Keta's a bit more towards the edge of she doesn't look good.
All right, Keta, Morrigan, and Da Vinci all feel only a little bit better from a mysteriously unknown force as you all regain 8 points of health.
Nice.
Woo!
Brimstone is fine. At least when compared to the end of the last fight.
I was gonna
Hey,
use two.
I didn't hit you guys this time.
Okay.
Sorry,
I didn't
catch
hurt you
that
guys.
amount.
It's just kind of a blank stare on Brimstone's face.
What? You with the acid? You with the acid?
And just so you all can know, as you all, as the machine itself powers down, you all hear a as the lights on both of those doors suddenly illuminate.
Ah, good.
Hmm.
That is a weird door lock. Kill the furnace to proceed.
I mean, maybe it's powered by something, and when it can't work no more, the power goes to the doors.
Morgan shrugs.
Can Da Vinci investigate the melted carcass of the furnace to see if there's any notable metal bits?
I also need to roll a probability because you guys were shooting acid all over this thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the flag heap.
The chance that there is something in there.
Yeah.
Can you just tell me when?
When?
Right.
Yeah, that's not that acid damage is not a clean way to kill things.
So, Da Vinci, you're going to investigate its internals. Go ahead and make an investigation.
Can I investigate the doors?
Investigation.
You can investigate the door.
Can I assist in the investigation of the thing looking for
Make your own roll.
damaged metal to try and feed Fenris?
Alright, so, Da Vinci, you're looking around the inside of this thing, but, or rather, you'd be trying to. The moment you go to like poke your head inside this thing, you realize it is still red hot on the inside.
Red hot and dripping acid.
It's like it's almost glowing on the inside, and there's like a thin layer on the bottom, like 1 inch, that is just nothing but acid.
It's sizzling in multiple ways.
That's a 24 in investigation.
So when you're investigating the doors,
I'm investigating the furnace as well.
I know you were investigating the furnace.
That's
So while investigating the doors,
Mm-hmm.
The panel is now lit up, and you did hear the telltale signs of the door's locking mechanism disengaging. You could probably try to open it now.
Captain's gonna try to open it because she's feeling excited.
Make a strength check.
Smoke. 4.
Like grab onto it, and you're like excited, and you're still kind of incorporeal, so your hands literally just go through it.
I have an issue.
Oh, let me give it a try for shits and giggles.
I
Lots
feel
of
that
questions.
less incorporeal and more her smoky hands just explode against the door handle.
The picture, she's so excited, she's reverted to celestial, so she says that, and Brimstone just.
But
You know, I feel like I should have any questions.
she's not supposed to do that around strangers.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Did
she's
you
got a
want me
bad
to-
track record of that.
I,
Did you want me to spew you guys with acid?
Boop.
I'm gonna try to open the door
Yep.
now.
Whatever, doesn't matter. Gosh, it'll
So failsy. Yeah, go ahead and make a strength check. Failsy.
Yep.
Looking around for scrap bits of metal to be able to feed Fenris. It's not too hard. You have to wait for stuff to like cool down, but a lot of things are like melted and like sloughed off when you just kept shooting acid at it. Valves and stuff you can just like pick up out of the bottom pool of acid to be able to feed Fenris.
Yeah, boy. Is this any good?
Do notice that as the back wall stops glowing bright red, though, it does have a pattern on it.
Ooh. What's this?
I would draw it, but you all already figured out how these works. Sequence of numbers it would represent would be 3, 2, 5, 4, 1.
2, 4, 1.
Just need a place to write that down. I'll just put it into game chat. 3, 4, 5, 2, 1.
3, 2, 5, 4, 1.
3, 2, 5, 4, 1. Yep.
2, 5, 4, 1.
Cool.
I'm guessing my strength check on the door is a nothing doing.
It's starting to give some headway. Or you might just need a little bit extra, a little bit more push.
Oh, I can feel
Uh,
it's wanting to open.
Yeah, Morgan, let me help.
Thank you.
Go ahead and make a strength check yourself, Da Vinci.
9.
9. Unfortunately, Da Vinci, you're very badly burned.
Yeah.
So go to help, and like one of the new burns on your body flares up and makes it painful to grip the wheel. Like a blister right on your palm.
Oh, hang on. She'll dig around in her bag for a moment and pull out a standard healing potion and hand it to him. Here, this might help.
Brimstone, come here with your big strong arms.
Oh, thank you.
It's just a standard 2d4 plus 2 healing pot.
I guess I'll try.
Yeah.
Brimstone,
Bring
give
them
us
up
a
to
wheel.
full.
Not doing any better than Morgan, really.
I mean, but with you and Mulligan together, it does give enough of a push to get the door to unlock.
Right.
Which, by the way, important note, the door you all entered through into this room, still not open, and there is no turn crank on this side of the door.
We're locked in here and we can't get out. We're locked
We
in here
can
and we
keep.
can't get
Hey,
out.
hey,
There's
Cat's
probably a way to get around it.
Yeah. So, who knows? We might find
There's-
one of the other doors and be able to open it up that way.
I'm just going to put in another little drawing.
What if we get lost in here and forever?
I think.
Why are you the fatalist of all of us?
You know, I was thinking
We
that too.
because we have ways of getting out.
I mean,
Chances are this is a puzzle, and once we go through all of the involved rooms, the first door will open. We'll be
yeah, what she said.
Ah, okay.
And she's the one that's been in here before. She would know the best out of all of us.
We
Yeah.
just need to keep
This
going.
particular puzzle wasn't in it when I went through it before, but it's puzzles I've seen before in these ancient ruins. Some musicians love their puzzles.
Maybe it's just to piss people like us off.
Maybe.
Possibly.
Anyway, you two got the door.
Sounds like something old people do.
Yes, they've got that door. It extends forward a single line. It extends forward a single square.
Okay, I'll just go back.
For there is another room.
Wait, which one? Oh, we did that one.
That one. So going forward.
You didn't go through that one. You guys said you went to the north one.
Oh, top.
Oh, I didn't quite hear which one Kidda went to.
Yeah, I didn't catch that one either.
So it goes forward 1 square, and then
Forward one
Under-
square, there's another door. And then there would be another 4x4 room in line with the one you were currently.
every freaking time.
Before we get into that, though, we are going to take our bio break.
Yeah.
Hold on.
If everyone is all right with that.
I'm okay with
Yeah.
that. I may have had to run and take care of myself during combat itself,
You're
but
good.
I have a doggo who needs to be let out to go potty.
All right, so everyone, bio break, and then we'll get right back into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before I go away, though, can someone tell me when to stop?
Stop.
Yeah.
I was trying to draw.
I'll figure out the table for that in a second. Bio break, everyone. I'm gonna go get something to drink.
Apparently, that door's broken or locked. This place might actually exhaust me of spells.
That's why I was very hesitant to use shield again. Because I
Yeah,
don't
I-
have the most access to spells.
Yeah, I was tossing
Until
up
it's
whether or
like-
not to use it as well.
Sorry.
Yeah, I was tossing up whether or not to use it as well or conserve it for later. I thought I'd probably need the health more.
Yeah, if worst comes to worst, we can try popping out and then seeing if it's still the same dungeon if you enter in immediate or very shortly after. Actually, no, I didn't Philchall say she recently left when we got there?
She's been here before. It's different. But it's not like something that I don't think we can game it and keep popping in and out to.
Well, every time you enter, the amount of time that passes shuffles.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to talk about gaming the system, it's just more...
Also, for Dravenche to try that, we'd have to pop out, and then we wouldn't be able to do it again for another day, like local time.
Yeah, which
So
means
if we go in again, we could be trapped in there for a year.
yep, that would be the risk we would have to acknowledge in order to do that. I'm not saying that that's something that I'm going to actively try to have us do. It's just okay, if we really, really need to rest up or else we're fucked, better that we leave and risk something else than dying.
That said, Failsy still has a fair bit of resources.
I return.
And even
Welcome back. Question, Ash.
Simple answer.
When we met Velchal, did she say she recently left the dungeon and was about to make her way back in, or?
She said she didn't say how recently, but she did tell you she'd already been in it once already, and then went back to report on it to her benefactors, and then came back.
So
Okay.
that could have been like a week or so.
Yeah.
She did say, if I remember correctly last time, that she had gone into it, and what it only felt like it took her a couple of days actually took weeks outside.
Yeah, which is why we were hesitant in the first place. How far is the clock advanced?
At this point,
I think we've hit an hour.
would be
I feel like I feel like Dravitio would check that after the fight.
Yeah, it'd be like an hour 50 or an hour
An hour
10 or
50.
something.
hour 15 is what I just rolled.
Okay.
The investigation to take.
Okay, so that took us 15 minutes. Between all of that.
I mean, yeah, the fight only lasted about
20 seconds.
But it was all the messing around with doors and such in the investigation. We keep spending so much time on doors.
Bob.
That wasn't a bottle cap, that was the coin.
At least we don't have hallway shenanigans.
What do you mean?
Traps, fucking
Oh,
pitfalls.
I
Having
thought
to
you
make everything super slow and
meant fair.
Right.
Yeah,
having to move
I thought you
things
meant
second time.
different kind of hallway shenanigans, like Mortal Kombat hallway shenanigans.
No,
When
it's just like
Armored mulched a whole 10 cultists. Fucking explosive arrow, man. It's really good at low levels. Whenever you're fighting enemies that don't have a lot of health, like cultists.
throwing iron, the metal, the forge metal, into Fenris, did that heal him up? I doubt it improved him, but I guess it fixed some of his broken pieces.
Maybe. Crunch, munch.
as much as he was willing to imbibe into himself, he regained 5 hit points from doing so.
Oh, nice.
Okay, that's back to max.
Yeah,
I suppose it's not the best metal.
I mean, yeah, it's probably got.
I mean, one metal is another metal. It doesn't matter very much. Basically, whenever he eats metal, essentially can recharge that on a rest. He could regain a d6 worth of health for eating a fairly substantial amount of metal.
Okay, so that's a.
But we want only the best metal from the best furnaces for our good boy.
I was just wondering what would happen if we fed him the meteor.
No idea.
He becomes malleable.
Give him.
You just whap him and his head just bends inward.
well, yeah. If we had the vibrating,
And then pops back
the
out.
trigger, yeah, just. Boof.
He gets horribly squished by a giant. Tap the watch onto him. Bing!
Nearest no thoughts, head empty.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, he's a puppy.
Am a dog.
Yeah.
Bjork.
I am good boy.
And now my dogs are actually barking.
I have been told that there is a phrase which brings great elation to my biological kind. Am a good boy. Have decided this fact.
He just keeps repeating it to himself.
Am a good boy.
Yeah, he just keeps getting excited about it.
I have been frequently countered with the question of who is a good boy. After much debating, I have concluded
Me.
I am the good boy.
It is me. I am the. Bork.
Or morph, sniff.
Would that be a long rest or short rest for Fenris's metal eating ability?
It's a short rest because he technically can't regain hit points naturally.
Yeah, because he's a robot. Well, construct, but
I'm glad the spell worked then.
yeah,
Mental healing works on him.
yeah. It's not really natural healing. It's a magical.
You can't give him a potion, but cure wounds will work on him.
That makes sense.
He technically does not have a stomach for which to absorb a potion. He has a thing when he eats metal, it can take it apart and use it to fix people.
Yeah.
One d6.
2d6. 27d6. Apple pie.
This is a
Are Andy and Danny back yet?
No.
Sounds like that's a no.
I don't know.
Oh.
Andy's
Andy's
here.
here.
She's
Just
being
waiting
quiet.
for Danny then.
Oh. I thought she was just looking at all the animals that I sent her.
I just added the metal heal ability to Fenris's sheet.
Metal numb.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to call it, so I just called it metal heal.
Crunch. Munch.
Essentially, it would just be referred to as auto repair.
Okay.
Crunch. Munch. Destroy.
Crunch. Crunch.
There we go.
Bleh. Do-do-do-do.
I have been properly fed, Molthair. I am ready to destroy.
Please, mother, I crave violence.
I feel like Valsy would be okay with that.
Now I'm just reminded of Flack from Borderlands.
Basically,
I am now sentient and I thirst for murder. Oh my goodness! Don't worry.
yeah. It's all good. It's all good. Don't worry about it.
Do not worry. This item is a valid substitute for milk. It should be fine
Right.
because he was giving his creator tea.
Yeah.
I love Flack.
Flack is hilarious, especially in the Love Guns and Tentacles DLC. He just rolls with everything so well.
Yeah.
I am back.
Okay.
Hey, do you have a +1? Just my pack. And a trophy from my pack animal.
Okay.
Hopefully chosen by me.
So, shall we start back up?
I'm just taking a second to finish designing this puzzle.
Oh, okay, more
Oh.
puzzles.
Okay.
Oh, puzzles.
Hey, Myth, I found some food for you.
Where's the spider? There he is.
That's just calamari.
Oh, I have nightmare. That's pretty good.
Like for
Fillet of
those
Nightmare.
for those just watching the stream, he just shared a picture of what looks like not the best prepared calamari with the dipping sauce, but it's got the label of Fillet of Nightmare.
Fillet of Nightmare for $5.99.
Hey, that's actually not a bad price.
Yeah. That's fair.
I love how we're just piled up in the nether space here.
Don't mind me if I'm silent. I'm fucking chewing on Twizzlers.
That sounds like a you prop. That was Andy at first. I was like, what?
You angered her.
You fucking apparently.
What is this heresy?
Armored, that gift you posted looks like it could be spell dancer training.
It's
That looks uncomfortable.
It's a bunch of people exercising with those hurdles for hurdle jumps, except they're doing cans over top of the hurdles.
No thanks.
This looks like
Can
DaVinci
you
trying
do
to
the
beat everyone else.
can you do the can?
No. I can't.
Either that or another tune for it is "Hello my honey, hello my baby, hello my ragtime gal." Send me a quick by wire, baby, my heart's on fire.
I think you should see a doctor.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. Fine.
Did you just suddenly become your Sunday game little kobold girl?
No.
Either that or like violently schizophrenic.
Now, what's more horrifying is when you see a serpent spow dancer doing this.
What is this? I need to look.
What, doing the whole can thing?
It'd be difficult when you don't have legs.
Yeah.
It's just a flailing tail that somehow is weaving in and out of him.
Alright. Alrighty then. So you guys, you open the door to another bolted hatch.
Well, let's try to open this hatch.
Give us a crank.
And
Fenris, can you get the door?
Imagine he's
12.
chewing on one of those pieces of metal he was given.
probably.
Technically, Fenris will be assisting someone. He has succeeded his assisting check.
I'll do it then.
That's a saving throw.
Oh,
Yeah, I think it's the same modifier though.
Roll it as a check.
It's worse. It's a 6.
Try to help.
That's a 6.
Eventually, you're trying,
You're a 7.
unfortunately failing to get this thing to turn.
can someone else do this?
I'll try. Tiny baby arms. It's gonna work.
This is why I wish I had Silas.
7.
So you still are being assisted.
So you have advantage. So roll it down.
I swear to God.
14. So close. God damn.
Noodle on Felzy.
Alright, you kids have fun. That's when none of us can open it and fucking Velshaw cranks it with one hand. Oh, there we go.
16.
It loosened it for you, Failsy. You managed to get it to come open after them try and fail.
I wasn't gonna be surprised if it took Velshaw to actually fucking.
Goes through all of you, and then Velshaw is just like, really?
You're all turning it the wrong way.
Listen,
Would
I'm
be.
not going to say anything, but seriously.
What are you all stupid? Yeah.
We're not stupid, we're just weak.
Wow.
And anyway, so what is in this room?
All
Drugs.
right, you open up this room, and then almost immediately run into something.
Very goody. Monsters.
A large circular tube going from the floor to the ceiling, filled with a sort of like a tube
Oh, two.
cylinder.
Got it.
So there are 3 of these tubes in this room. Do this because I know where they are.
Okay.
Give my mouse. Oh. Do the trolley thing. Draw shape.
No. I don't want it.
It's not letting me hold Alt and all at the same time.
Yeah, that's one of the unfortunate things with the Chromebook.
You can just hit draw shape and just do a square to represent where it is.
So it's off center.
That's right. You can just once you've drawn the square, you can just do select move and grab it and drag it around.
There are those 3 cylinders in this room, as well as 2 panels against the far wall.
Well, it doesn't look like another furnace wants to eat our face off, so looks safe to me.
Are these tubes transparent or opaque?
From the side, you guys see them whenever you first enter the room. They are opaque. They're really made of you would have to assume steel metal. This room is not completely dark, by the way.
Okay.
You can see into this room.
Why does it feel like we're gonna get eaten if we go in here?
I don't know.
Because you're paranoid.
Given that the fixtures on the floor try to eat us, The whole building's trying to eat us.
Well, it's either we explore the other direction, and possibly that might be a dead end, or we go in here and we see what's in here.
Okay, but no releasing anything from any tubes. Just looking at Failsy.
Investigate.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, gonna look at the panels.
Look at the
Going
tube,
to
one of the
the parts.
tubes.
As you all go into the center of the room, the panel or the tubes all around you all have glass faces looking inwards towards the center of the room with a nozzle dispenser sort of at waist level.
Yeah.
Is to the direct north of the center of the room is filled with a deep crimson red fluid. The bottom left is filled with a blue fluid, and the tube to the bottom right is filled with a bright yellow fluid.
Deep. Okay. Yeah. What?
Oh boy, colors.
Primary colors at that.
Okay. Let's have a look, see what these panels have on them.
Right. And Dravinche, you said you were going to investigate the back panels.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Okay. 13.
At 13. Nothing really stands out to you because the panels themselves, they aren't lit up. The only thing you really notice immediately is the fact that each one of those back panels has 3 slots on it where there are vials that are currently ejected outward, but look like they would probably click and push them down.
Got some vials over here, maybe to put in some liquid.
So there's, judging by the colors here and the fact that there's vials, there's probably some kind of puzzle to do with the liquid and those vials then.
I'm gonna do a general investigation to see if I can find like a, I don't know, whatever this thing's actually chasing after. 24.
Borg.
Okay, you're gonna have to ask me again what you're trying to investigate because I didn't understand what you just said.
More of a general investigation. Like if there's
Okay.
anything on the walls or on the panels to indicate
Looking for colors, possibly.
what if they're looking for a specific color or what.
24. This appears to be a mostly blank room. You do see some other panels, but none of them are lit up. In fact, this room almost seems unpowered aside from the very dim lights that are on those little crystal lights on the walls.
Crystal lights aren't any specific colors either, are they?
Blue. Like they've been much everywhere else in the facility.
Da Vinci will pull out the vials from the panel.
Alrighty then. There are 6 of them. They're probably about just shy of a foot long, about 10 inches long, and about as thick around as a soda can.
These are some big containers.
I assume Keta can't see inside of the tubes, even if she like presses
They
her
are
face against
filled
it.
with or like mostly filled with fluids. You do note that they're not completely full.
Sorry. Hmm.
Note that they are not completely full. They are partially empty,
Right.
but there doesn't appear to be anything inside them aside from this fluid. The fluid itself is completely opaque. paint.
The vials are canisters to power something.
Maybe.
Constructs and everything. So
We'll probably have to check the other room. I'll put the vials back for now. They're a bit big to be carrying around.
yeah. Well, I mean, hey, we know one color that's like been a constant, and that's blue.
That might not have pertinence to this puzzle, though. Because we've also seen purple.
Purple has blue in it, and then you add in red, and then you get purple.
I know how colors work, to an extent. The
Three.
Have some imagination, Da Vinci.
I do have imagination. No, it's just we don't have any information as to what colors should be put
If
in. Maybe the other room has more information.
Yes,
It says
I'm.
here, Da Vinci, is the fact that Altea is the goddess of creation. She's not going to make something for nothing. As though we might not understand it.
I'm not saying it's for nothing.
The idea that blue doesn't matter.
Look, enough of this argument. Let's look at the other room.
And yeah, I don't have enough information here to draw any color combinations.
Just Da Vinci waves his hands over at Failsy like, she gets it.
Whatever. Okay, it's your quest that we're gonna die for, so let's go.
Another door.
All right, there is another door.
Does this door have anything special to it?
So I probably should mention this. There is another door branching off in that room as well.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that.
Its panel is not lit right now.
Oh.
Where's
It
the door?
is sort of in the top, the top right hand corner. It's one down from the top.
Anything special about the door?
No, it's the exact same as every other door you've seen so far
Okay.
in terms of just basic appearance. Single panel on the top that's not currently lit.
So we need to solve the puzzle of this room, but we don't currently have a solution for it. The solution might be in another room.
Maybe.
What
The
are
only
the colors?
indication you all currently
Oh, sorry.
go ahead and say your thing, Ketsa.
What are the colors that like are in this room? That because I've distinctly heard that there was like colors on the panel.
There are red, blue, and yellow. And on the panels, there are no colors. There are 6 slots, 3 on each side.
All right.
So Fels is on the lookout for anything that makes a pattern of 3 or 6. So far, she's got a solution of 4 and a solution of 5.
You guys said you wanted to go back into the other room to check out what is potentially behind the other door.
Yeah.
Since we're stuck here and that door's unpowered to exit.
Go into the other room. The light on the other panel is no longer illuminated.
Ah, shit.
Okay. I'm incorrect then. Apparently that room should have all the information we need.
I have a theory going.
Yeah.
What is your theory?
Well, okay, so we have the 3 primary colors, and we have 6, and we know that purple is at least a constant color. So it is red and blue. And then we have to figure out the color combinations between the others. So she's gonna kind of like pull out a piece of paper and start writing down.
Well, maybe just shooting out of the blue here, but we got 3 vials on each panel. Blue, red, yellow, orange, purple, green.
Wait, I had a thought too. We are in the Flagora Desert. What if they're supposed to be rainbow order?
Hold on. Be made by mixing red, yellow, and blue. Primary colors we have. It's like when you paint, you can only start off with one, and you can only mix it so much before you can't go back.
The only thing is room that I haven't investigated yet.
Was that Failsy?
The only thing is room that we haven't investigated yet.
But as far as you can see, there's not a whole lot in this room.
So we have green, orange as baseline, mixing just the 3 colors together. Then mixing red and green makes brown, green and yellow makes light green, and then blue and green makes blue green. If we're gonna go off the
Hi. Thing.
What?
Before you get into color theory and everything, probably try to figure out how the mechanism itself works first.
Fair. Da Vinci's just gonna pull a random vial and bring it over to.
Said you grabbed all 6. Do you still have all 6? Because they're big.
I think you put back.
No, he also said I'm putting these back because they're difficult to carry.
Okay, I didn't hear that part. A lot of people talking.
Okay, so yeah, he put all 6 empty vials back, not pushing them in fully. But then he pulls one of them out and brings it over to the red valve.
You notice that the valve that is on top of the vials it looks like it would fit rather well into the valve on the red container.
Well, it seems like this plugs in right here and then can turn this vial and get red flowing into this.
See if you can get a little bit of red.
Okay, Da Vinci's gonna fill a vial half full, I guess.
It immediately starts filling the moment it's connected. Choose to make a dexterity check to see how well you can stop it from being filled.
Okay. 21.
Alrighty then. You're able to stop it, as you said, probably right around the halfway mark.
Oh, that moved quick.
It was almost like it was pressurizedly filling the container. To be like real fast about it, just stopping it before it could completely fill the container.
Prevention.
Okay. Yeah.
I get the feeling that needs to be filled all the way to the top. So it's probably best not to go mixing the colors. I don't think it's designed for that. Or at least it's not designed to be mixed in. in the vial.
Da Vinci just kind of shrugs. It seems like it could be. It seems like it doesn't have to be. But Da Vinci is going to try seeing what happens if he plugs the vial back into the machine, into the panel.
It very rapidly fills up the rest of the way. Wait, back into the panel.
Yeah, into the panel.
You plug it into the panel.
Mm-hmm.
As the red fluid from inside the canister starts to get.
Sucked in.
Here's an important thing: which position on the panel do you plug it into?
Shit.
Gonna plug it into the right one.
Right, there are 3 positions on the right panel. Essentially, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which hole do you
6.
plug it into?
You plug it into slot number 6.
All right then. Start hearing that as the red fluid is sucked up into the machine. Then you just hear shortly after a and the vial is ejected again.
Completely empty.
It sucked all of the fluid out of it.
Was that a rejection?
It seems
Well-
like it.
Did you do it incorrectly? And it just was enough.
Maybe.
Wait a second.
I will say, you all do suddenly see the screen flare to life. A sequence of numbers flash across it before it turns back off.
Are we able to catch the numbers?
Like a string of 10010011110.
Is that just too quick for even Failsy to read that?
You can't read it anymore. You don't have comprehend languages up anymore.
Yeah, comprehend languages in the last 10 minutes.
It lasts an hour.
An hour,
Well, it's
but
an
we
hour,
expect-
but you cast another concentration spell, and it's been more than an hour.
What am I thinking? Oh, I'm probably thinking tongues again.
Okay.
Well, if it is
Can you
supposed
fill that up again?
to, sure, plug it into the red one again and lead fill completely.
Once it fills
So it's
completely, it actually automatically ejects the vial.
Well, that's convenient.
I was going to burn another spell slot to read binary.
Going for colors of a rainbow, red is usually at one of the ends.
Righty Biv.
How'd you what?
Righty Biv.
Red,
Red, orange, yellow. Indigo,
Since
violet.
Keta would know that, given her artistic love.
Yeah, Stone wouldn't, given his complete apathy.
Hmm.
Who?
I
What?
I focus
Roy?
on stones, not paint.
Okay, so red, orange, yellow,
Hmm.
green.
Oh. Okay, so I'll put this one in the first slot then.
Being useful.
Ready?
Brimstone's just been sitting against the wall like, I don't fucking know what's going on.
You plug it into the first slot. Click it into place. You watch as a red line illuminates on the panel, doing a upwards, the right, then upwards again. It doesn't go all the way up to the screen itself. It does not make any sort of turn off noise or anything like that.
And there's no blare, no flash of numbers.
Flash of numbers. It just seemingly accepts it.
Hmm.
It seems like it's the full solution, but it accepts it.
Okay, probably right then, maybe. So I guess what's next? Orange?
Orange.
Which is half of red and yellow.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. Da Vinci is gonna try to fill a container halfway with red.
Alrighty. Go ahead and make a dexterity check.
22.
Oh, even
Alright,
better.
easy enough. You're able to get
And-
the container halfway filled up with red.
And then fill the rest up with yellow.
As the red and yellow slosh together, you watch as it goes from being a sort of deep red color to slowly fading into an orange color.
And then plug that into the second slot.
An orange line illuminates, going straight upwards to meet with the first red line and stops.
I feel like it is vibrating right now.
She is.
It is a rainbow. Then we would have
Right.
4 yellow, so I'll just do that.
Green.
What is the
Wait,
acronym?
So fill one with yellow.
According to what everyone else is saying.
Yeah. I'm saying that that's what he does.
Right, you fill one with
Yeah.
yellow, plug it into the machine. It flows upwards, connects into the original red line, and you watch as the orange line flows up between both of them, and that side of the screen suddenly illuminates.
Doing it.
wait.
Hmm.
What was that acronym again?
Roy T. Biv. Roy. Green.
How many letters is that?
7. It might indigo, because indigo is a very hard color to find.
Isn't indigo just
Well-
purple with more blue in it?
It's debatable depending on who you ask, because then some people get really anal over the fact that, you know, indigo is supposed to be one way, and then it's a whole big complicated solution.
Where does turquoise fit?
Brimstone's eyes just glazed over.
Turquoise is a blue-green.
So what's the after yellow? Green,
Green! Yes.
green, blue, purple.
Okay, well, I'll give that a try. Fill one half with yellow and then rest with blue.
Alright. Well, one half with yellow, the rest with blue. Please make a dexterity check to see if you can manage that.
22.
Another 22.
Right, you do so. It fills with a green fluid.
And slot that into the fourth one.
Slot it in, then just hear and it ejects the container.
Huh.
I wonder if the
Okay.
panel will
Wait,
turn
Put
green.
it into slot
Wait,
6.
maybe the
What?
Well, what if it's if we put 2 full vials into the sides and then 1 mixed vial into the center?
Okay. We can't do two full vials though. We'd only have 1 more full vial.
2 possibilities.
What if the panel's
Try
gonna
doing
turn?
it backwards. So putting it into the slot 6,
Well,
or
how,
you forego
Well, no
green
matter what, green
altogether.
would be in the middle. Yeah,
Or you
I
don't
think we.
put it in the middle.
no matter what, blue would be in the middle in that case, so we just put blue in slot 5.
Where's indigo go?
Indigo going between blue and violet.
I love how much
Uh,
this puzzle is confusing you all.
I have an
No.
idea, but I can't talk, so
You just have to talk. Don't say you can't.
Well, everybody keeps talking when I try to talk.
Sorry, what was
Thinking like, what if we put purple in the center slot and then red on the right side of it and blue on the left side of it?
Yeah, so also that was kind of my idea. You worded it better.
So essentially, what makes do the two things that make the center thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Still, Da Vinci would have still filled a vial with purple or with blue.
Alright, you filled a vial with blue.
So, slot 5 or slot 4?
It would need to, the way I worded it, it would need to be in slot 4.
Slot 6, I think, would be red.
Yes.
Okay. Da Vinci's gonna put blue in slot 4.
Right? You watch as it sucks the fluid in, and a blue line fills up in the same way.
How much red do we have left? Because we used quite a bit of it.
You still got most of the container. It's not taking that much of this fluid to fill up these small vials.
Okay. Gonna try to completely fill a red one and put that into slot 6.
Okay, you do so. Looks right in. You see the red fill up the light.
I'm gonna hit bump Morgan for being so smart.
And then going to try doing a mix of blue and red.
All right, go ahead and make it dexterity check. Here's an inspiration.
12.
So,
12. Definitely get a bit more blue in there than you got red in there. It's looking less like it's like a pure purple and more like a not violet, more like a mauve.
and
Well,
Technically a purple.
this is that time went a little faster on me than the other times, but let's see if this works.
All right.
Put it into slot 5.
Is there just like a puddle of green on the floor now?
Oh, it didn't spill. Like, it sucks the fluid in, but if it rejects it, it just spits the canister back out. It doesn't spit the fluid back out.
Ah.
It seems you were close enough, or at least the machine is forgiving enough to allow that to work. As you watch the purple line go up between the blue and the red line, then up into the panel, it illuminates that panel. You all hear just as a third panel slides out in the middle of the other two.
What the fuck?
Oh boy. Okay.
Maybe that's where the green's supposed to go.
Probably.
Is there
Regular.
another vial in that panel?
It has its own set of 3 vials.
Okay, cool.
Okay, well, do this again.
That was a help out. Just grab some yellow.
Okay, so I'm gonna try making the green first. If I mess up, then we just end up with a vial of blue. So I'm gonna try first making the green.
Alrighty then. It starts filling way faster than you expected it to.
Okay, that's a vial of blue.
It filled completely with the blue. Elsie already filled the other vial with yellow.
Okay, so give this another try.
The center one is where the green's gonna need to go, so
Yep.
I'd say
Okay. Mhm.
maybe put the blue where it'd be closer to the combination that made purple, and the yellow closer to the combination that made orange. That might help.
Sure, Failsy, could you slot those two in?
Yeah, sure.
I'll try to get this green.
Go ahead and make another dexterity check.
22. Okay,
There you
back
go.
to the way it was.
You manage it just fine this time as the fluids filled the container. A nice emerald green.
Okay.
Oh, that came out basically the same color as your eyes there, Da Vinci. What?
Oh, shush.
Look at his eyes. Look at that. They're the same.
That is so
Alright, so-
corny, though.
Like,
Yeah,
she
well,
honestly
check.
wasn't trying to flirt. She was just making an honest observation.
Confirmed.
So,
The order you have them in is red, orange, yellow, yellow, green, blue, blue, purple, and red.
Yeah.
yes.
All right then.
Fuck it.
All did that well. Watch as the last lines fill the container. The green line goes up through the middle. And the final panel on the wall illuminates.
Whoa!
Another string of pattern flash on it.
Damn it.
Failsy has
Pattern
one
that
random-
I will... Like numbers. It's like another one of the patterns.
Oh,
We'll
the
recognize
line patterns.
Oh, see this one? I'm just going to give you the numbers for it because that's easier
Right.
than drawing it for you. The panel, this one flashes as 3, 4, 2, 5, 1.
3, 4, 2, 5, 1.
Three, 4, 2, 5, 1.
Yes.
Yeah, I already typed it out.
I was just adding it to.
Yeah, Failsy's adding it to the list.
Ah, fair.
But also posting with the other one so it's not buried in the chat.
Okay, well. Did the door unlock?
Watch as the panel on the other side, panel on the side of the room illuminates, and you hear that. However, we are at 10:46, so I think that's where we'll probably have to call it for tonight.
Yeah, that's fair.
We won another combat and we got a few rubies.
We solved the
Cat is
puzzle.
useful for one. Cat is useful for one. Her color theory comes in handy.
All right, so you all managed to beat the combat encounter Flame Bellows, the non-combat encounter Fluid Mixer Rainbow Connection.
I love that name. I love that name.
I just like how like Kata was like the MVP of that, and Brimstone just sitting in the corner like I don't fucking know what's going on.
I am not good at color theory.
I had to take an entire class on it. This shit is my bread and butter.
I am very much
Brimstone
just
can
a
identify
self-study.
color. Brimstone can identify colors.
Hmm.
She doesn't know.
I also took art, but it's a case of that Da Vinci, not an artist. He works with metals. He doesn't,
Yeah,
he wouldn't know much about this other than talking with artiste friends.
He's an
Ketta-
artist,
He's
just
an
of a different
artist,
medium.
He's just not a painter.
Yeah, Ketta is a painter.
yeah. That's
That's what I mean.
Like I had the idea of the whole color thing, like you guys were going on. Brimstone would not come to Brimstone, so that's why I didn't say it.
Alrighty then.
Thanks,
Good
Brimstone.
job, guys.
Oh yeah, we're still on stream.
And
Yeah.
how much time has elapsed now?
I've been rolling this entire time. You all would technically be. I guess I should have made you aware of this, but you were focused on getting your hands steady and correct. You would technically be, without even have been aware of it, at the 2 hours and 30-minute mark
Oh, so it's
Holy
been almost 3
shit.
days.
So 2.5
Spent a long- You
days.
guys spent a long time doing that, based on how I was rolling behind the scenes.
Okay, fair.
Does that also mean that Keta would have gotten 2 alerts now?
Yes, however, I haven't been
I-
wanting to disrupt the flow of what you guys were doing because you were focusing.
I
You
mean,
would have essentially just been getting message saying, "It's the next day."
My thought
Time
is-
issue.
Each morning on board.
my thought is just during one of the messages, it's when we're fighting the flame bells, and then you just hear Sketcher going, "Ah!" as a response.
And then just Lee,
My tongue.
just Lee turning to Elway, and I was like, just that's bad.
I'm picturing like today I tried to talk to Gladriel. He speaks funny.
He sings when he speaks. I like it. Reminds me of.
Anyway,
You know, so many words.
And then I give cookies to Osnick. Yeah,
I don't think Lee can actually speak with Gladriel. Gladriel doesn't speak a language that Lee knows.
nope.
Assuming.
Or
anyway,
at least he doesn't speak common or orc.
does anybody have anything to shill?
No.
I have something to shill, but it's not really a shill thing. It's more of a watching this. I love you, sweetheart. Things will get better. If I could hug you, I will. I would, but I can't because state lines.
Aw.
I don't know who you are, but I'm sure it'll be fine.
What?
He's a friend.
I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't hear her name. That's why I was just like, wait. He's fine.
But that's me.
He's fine.
Anybody else?
Nope.
No.
No shillings.
Same.
Seems like I'm the only one who's got that this week, and it's just promoting us for next week. But yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
So, with that out of the way, then if you did watch tonight and you enjoyed seeing us kick relatively good ass in that encounter and then stumble our way through a rainbow puzzle, you can find us here again next week at or around 7 p.m. EST, Thursday evening, for the next bit of us exploring this randomly generated as we go dungeon.
Randomly generating puzzles is fun.
Hey, we managed to solve it.
Oof.
They actually have solutions.
So, what's
Yeah.
our time limit in here? Because I know before we went in, we stated that like if we're in here for
I believe our time limit, I think we set for ourselves is 2 weeks, so that's 14 hours. No.
12
12.
hours.
12 hours, because 6-day weeks instead.
The calendar.
careful, because we're not gonna get a long rest in here.
No, we're not even gonna get we're not likely to even get a short rest
Another,
Okay,
unless
the
we
short
really need it.
another
Yeah, yeah,
reason
yeah.
why I haven't been using spell slots. Okay. But, with that, are we all good to say goodnight?
Good night.
Oh,
Good night.
Man. No goodnight song from Ash this time.
Use good night song.
Apparently Soviet Squidman pops in to say goodnight.
No, this is Soviet Squidman. This is not Soviet Squidman. They're just different.
Yeah, one's a little deeper than the other. Anyway, with that, good night, everybody. We'll see y'all next week.
Collect